Alright, it's the coach. Oh, Antonio Brown. Mannaggia a te. Shaquille Barrett, run stopper. Eric Berry, altro super safety. Tosti questi però,
Oh, Henry! I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derek.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule.
Lancio la prima. Lancio la
He's got it to start the drive. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
And this team is coming in off of their open week, and to me, a pretty good time to have it, too, because it's pretty much right in the middle of the season. So I would think that they'll be pretty well rested and ready to go for the second half of the season. But even more importantly, they got a little bit of a mental break as well. That's going to help, too.
The third-year back for BYU, Jamal Williams with a
per
carry.
favore. No, non ho mai visto in vita mia sta roba. No, non è vero.
Jamal Williams, his fifth touchdown now on the year.
C'era il muro messo bene.
Contro il cazzo. Well, if they didn't hit the wake-up call before the game.
Volevo rivederlo. No, oddio, pensavo di aver chiamato il timeout per sbaglio. No, voglio vederlo perché è interessante, interessante. Prima fermata, qui ne fa fuori 1, 2, 3. Resiste al tackle? No. Va bene.
Two plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the 8-year NFL veteran, quarterback Kirk Cousins.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped.
Oh, il muro ragazzi, CJ Mosley, il muro ragazzi. Mamma mia, il muro, io il draft mi prendo i giovani del muro.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync, otherwise your quarterback gets hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Non l'hai preso. Organizziamo.
And here now the Baltimore offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Check that. 52, right? Hey, Orbit. Let's see what you got. Check 52, come on.
Third and long for Cousins. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be
No.
They took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mamma mia.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To the shotgun snap to Allen.
Bravo.
Tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Bravo Larry. Bravo Larry.
And that's complete out on the right side.
Va bene così.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Bravo Larry.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep getting it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
A second down throw for Cousins. Looking middle,
però,
and it's incomplete.
cioè, lì, no? Dovrai pur tagliare davanti. Cioè, devi tagliare davanti al difensore, non dietro.
Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes
Che
down.
fatto muro di merda.
Miles Garrett
Che
in there to
fatto
get him,
muro
and
di
that is
merda.
sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, they stiffened a little bit.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
Gioco blitz. Dai che un fambolino di poi, non famboliamo mai. Mai.
Put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A throw out line to QT, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing now is Allen. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
Cioè, ma ci rendiamo conto? Che roba che sto vedendo con sti Bengals.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Off the draw, here's Williams.
Williams.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on.
No.
I think he wants natural light best.
Ce l'aveva in mano.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd
Dai,
and short.
possiamo tirare sulla 4 yard. 4 yard. Vediamo.
But you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Sam Darnold, an early touchdown pass in that one. Cousins on 1st down.
Oh, Madonna, era libero in touchdown. Ma che merda! Cioè, è pazzesco. 3 secondi ho per lanciare sempre. 3 secondi. Ma contati, ma anche meno. Cioè, sembra una roba incredibile.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22
Assurdo, come faccio io a lanciare così?
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Cousins. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
Bravo, Tyreek.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
C'è tempo, non forziamo. Non sarei potuto andare a prendere questo con il quarto, ma c'è tempo. Senza forzare. Conservativi, dai.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back.
Sì, ce l'hai. Sì, ce l'hai. Così ti voglio. Gino, buono.
Gino Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so we got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now Allen. Taken in by the tight end Doyle.
Buono, riprendiamo la palla,
stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
Some offense, they want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
No, però se non lanci, se spingono lanci, con queste play action del cazzo sempre, se spingono lanci. Porco Dio, guarda il muro comunque. È una cosa fuori di mente. Come faccio a giocare con il muro del cazzo così? Cioè, come faccio?
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, box truck.
To try again after the sack. Cousins.
Bravo. Grande, bellissima palla Cousins, bellissima ricezione, bellissimo catch.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Ci può stare. Mi piacerebbe
Draw play. This is Henry.
Non mi bloccare, quello davanti a me se ne va per fortuna, non mi bloccare.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Buono.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down carry for Henry.
Puttana che schifo. Raga, ma come si fa?
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins gets this one to him.
Let's go!
And he's free going down.
Chi ha segnato? Tyreek Hill. Chi ha segnato? Tyreek Hill.
Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 18
guarda
on
come
the
tiene,
year.
bravissimo.
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Let's go.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering what are we going to do next time in order to stop
adesso cambio campo, dovrei arrivare io a colpire un tifoso in testa. Bene.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit.
Un attimo. Non ho controllato se il video andava bene. Porca puttana. Ok.
Doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's out.
Let's go! È buona! Piede fuori. È buona 3. Che giocata di 3 flower. È buona? Sono convinto. Grande giocata, vediamo. Sì, buona, dai. Vediamo. 1, 2. Bravissimo flower. Bravissimo.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot. Oh, mio Dio! For touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Bravissimo.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll try and run for it with Henry.
Oh, scemo di merda che non sai, ma fammelo prendere, porco Dio. Cazzo spinto.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll give Henry another shot.
Buono. Let's go.
Into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Alza il bicipite. Che cazzo fai?
Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Vai.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's He's got Jack Doyle. Now the Bengals are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Jimmy.
Throwing on first down is Allen.
Oh, ci andiamo? Ma guarda questo. Guarda questo. Cioè, questo proprio veramente. Si sono messi a testa calcio con questa boiata.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that. I know. That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is...
Ce l'ho! Let's go, Tyron! Let's go, Tyron!
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Bravissimo, veramente. No, potevo farlo andare. No. Mamma mia, Tyrann Mathieu. Mamma mia, Tyrann Mathieu. Dove cazzo sono le ginocchia? Porco Dio, guarda che veramente.
Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is some.
No, guarda, lo sapevo. Lo sapevo che facevano. Ero sicuro. Guarda, l'ha ricoverato? No. Mamma mia, che schifo. Oh, QB's knee, porco Dio.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here, let me spit this out. Now we can get to the third quarter now.
Vaffanculo coglione, ho voluto provare una cosa
ma... up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead, now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half
buono, bella forza Derek.
Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
Bravo.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays happen on the move on
3-3, se li
first
tengono
down.
lui va a beccare quello. Dai, Derek, credo in te. Let's go.
They'll try the right side with Henry.
Vabbè.
5 yards that time.
Va bene, 5 yard.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Alpha.
From the 44, Cousins.
Dio, porco Dio. Non posso fare mai un altri play, qualcosa di divertente. Se sto muro.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Play action, palla persa, guarda, io me la provo perché. Niente, non me lo. Puttana madonna. No, raga, ma non è. Dai. Impensabile avere un muro così. Non so, perché sulla carta non è neanche scarso. Impensabile. Buon calcio.
Series to series, play to play.
Ah, peccato.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Boom! Let's go!
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Dammi la palla. Down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Hill on the return.
Bravo, Tariq. Bravo.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry.
Brutto.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can run through.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Henry. That is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Let's go.
Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to sound like puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
Let's go.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set. To take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Bravo, bravo!
That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines.
Dai cazzo, va bene, va bene, va bene.
In Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
On first down, Henry. Fights through one man.
Let's go, Derrick, sei un trattore.
Let's go.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. This is Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Cousins.
Sì, Tariq.
Man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Allen again. Wow. Set up the screen. This is Williams. Powers ahead at the 45. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback.
And
let's go.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Bravo,
throw is complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
Allen hit, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Pass for 20.
Mamma mia che partita. Von Miller, questo quanto se lo merita. Von.
They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
So you like the credit to the defense there, right?
Yeah, do I ever?
The Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6.
Buono. Fermiamo un secondo. Ordinare la pista. Allora. Ok, ordinato Pulcio, sentiamo cosa mi dice. Tutto live.
Ho la piadina e vedo, ti volevo dire, va bene tra mezz'ora, 40 minuti.
Ok, continuiamo sta perfect match.
Return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Adesso 38-7 rischiamo un po' di più.
Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been in the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target. 3rd down here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out.
Giù, non Gino, chi è ancora Gino? Dio, Geraldo McCoy.
The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return.
Oh la Madonna.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
300. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. It's Hill.
Va bene, che non si gira col
bring him
corpo.
to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Wide.
Cousins here to throw.
Porco Dio, raga, mamma mia.
And he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Hey, gang. Hey, team 6.
After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. Open man is Hill. He's got it. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Let's get it. 552.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
Wow.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Finito qua. Top match.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan. It didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Ravens, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they are...
Mamma mia, Stefan Gilmore. Dammi un po' di... Sì, Gino che sale, per forza. Sì, Gino che sale, 93. Mamma mia. 92 più 1 di morale, mamma mia. Corey Lindsay, altro di quelli che volevo far salire. Vediamo quanti anni ha lui, 28. Più 2 con il morale, andiamo. e Easy Airwing. Speed Rush. Let's go.